On Monday night, Duduzile Zuma, the daughter of their leader, Jacob Zuma, went on an F-bomb-fueled, expletive-laden rant on Twitter against the Secretary General, Floyd Shivambu. And now she is facing disciplinary charges from her own dad. And what she has done has exposed massive factional cracks in the MK party. So, let's talk about all of this, what this means for the short, medium, and long-term future of the party, how this is all going to work out, and who is really in control in MK right now. This is The Issue with Dan Corder. South Africa is a movie. Welcome to the watch party. We've been extensively covering the story of MK for a long time, and many other stories as they unfold on our weekday morning News Worth Knowing podcast, Dan Corder in the Morning. Literally every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, I give you around 20 minutes of the most important, consequential news worth knowing. So if beyond watching our YouTube or watching the Dan Corder show on ENCA, our TV show on a Monday night, you want to get more involved in the community talking at length as South Africa unfolds for us every day, find us on any major streamer. So the MK party really seems to be drifting without cause at the moment. Since they became the official opposition to the Government of National Unity, they've really kicked up no fuss and not been effective in parliament whatsoever. Also, since the national election, when MK has run in a raft of by-elections, they've underwhelmed. They've not made a lot of headway at all. They were obviously shut out of rulership in KZN locally after the last election, despite being the party that got the most votes. They've also been so many other messes with the MK party in the last little while. Just a few weeks ago, a prominent leader from the northern parts of South Africa accused one of MK's most significant leaders, John Klope, of making inappropriate sexual advances towards her. So it's just been uninspiring mess after uninspiring mess after uninspiring mess. But the one thing that MK has had is Floyd Shivambu as Secretary General. And by most accounts of MK supporters, that's been really good for the party because Floyd Shivambu knows how to build structures and branches and flesh out an organization. He was the one credited with doing that so successfully when he started the economic freedom fighters with Julius Malema and Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. So for many MK supporters, they would say, well, at least we have Floyd turning this from a one-man Jacob Zuma show into a real fleshed out political party that can operate effectively. And then on Monday night, wow, Duduzile Zuma, you probably already know her for the outrageous post that she made that she's now in serious trouble for during the July 2021 riots in KZN, where she celebrated, glorified, and encouraged public violence. She's been a very unusual person, let's say, in South Africa's public consciousness for a very long time. These posts on the dark place formerly known as Twitter that she made on Monday night were coming out at like 5 minutes to midnight. And I'm going to take you through all of them because they were extraordinary and they really have to be absorbed individually to truly be understood how wild it was for any prominent person to make posts like this, to lash out with such vitriol against another top leader of your political organization, pretty much out of nowhere, because her tweet before this tirade was about it being so good to see someone who she loves. Then she tweets, "Commanders of 16 December 2023, the real co-founders of MK, I hear you loud and clear. I stand with you 100%. I will not forsake you. Submit or fight. We choose to fight." And that lends credibility to a long-running rumor that has been going around that there are factional battles for power within the MK party. You remember the MK party, initially there was a fight between the people who started the party back in September 2023 and the people who came in with Zuma when he got behind and then took over the party in December 2023. Well, what Duduzile Zuma Sambudla is referencing here is that those commanders, who now she considers to be the original creators, owners, founders, the true heart and essence of MK, are from that 16 December 2023 moment. And she's clearly railing against the newcomers who've come in since the election and have now got quite a significant chunk of power. This strongly suggests that the rumors about that factional battle happening over control of the party are true. She then retweets another MK Twitter account and says, "Floyd, I'm not scared of you. Tell your minions to F off bloody mafikizolos." Then she tweets, "F you, Floyd." Worst thing that happened to MK on a tweet celebrating Floyd Shivambu with his picture in it. Then she retweets a post which says, "We respect our national officials and national high command. MK party will never accept rogue elements to divide the party. United we stand, divided we fall." Her retweet of that post, lol, wena mafikizolo. And then somebody tweeted in support of Floyd Shivambu saying, "You touch Floyd Shivambu, you're touching us." Her retweet of that post, "Go and touch yourself then." And finally, she tweeted again around midnight, "They will expel me tomorrow. It is well within my soul. Floyd is useless." And then at literally like 2 o'clock in the morning, Floyd Shivambu takes to Twitter and he tweets a statement from the office of the president of MK, Umkhonto we Sizwe party statement on the ex-post of MK member Commander Duduzile Zuma. And the statement reads, "These posts of Duduzile Zuma are insulting towards the Secretary General. Such actions are unacceptable, divisive, denigrating, and offensive. They undermine the principles of unity, respect, and discipline that are fundamental to the values of Umkhonto we Sizwe party." And then in the statement, Duduzile Zuma is directed to issue an unconditional public apology to the Secretary General, the President, members, supporters of Umkhonto we Sizwe, and all the people of South Africa. Failure to comply with this directive will result in immediate consequences, including the summary termination of Zuma's membership in MK and her recall from party responsibilities. But the real kicker that you may have got from the headline, the title of this statement, comes right at the end. In the section which is issued by, who in MK issued this? Issued by President Jacob Zuma, Duduzile's father, president of Umkhonto we Sizwe party. Be careful of a family business. Be careful of working for your dad. Firstly, this is so hectic to come directly from her father, and for her father to clearly have sided with Floyd over her. But it's also hectic because we don't yet know what's been going on fully behind the scenes with these factional battles, but the amount of power that Floyd has been given and now how quickly and decisively Jacob Zuma has taken his side, and the kind of flailing, panicked lashing out from Duduzile's posts on Monday night seems to suggest that Floyd Shivambu is winning the battle for control over the MK party with his faction, and the originalists, the 16 Decemberists of 2023, including Duduzile, are very unhappy about that. And I think it's also fair to say that Duduzile is extremely threatened and unhappy because ever since the election in particular, when after MK got those great results for MK, she was like walking around the elections results center, taking interviews as though she was the leader of the party. It was clear that she was feeling this sense of her leadership, her rise, her prominence and importance. And this could be a lashing out because she's realized that she's just not that big of a deal, and she's going to be even less of a deal as the MK party concretizes, and she is lashing out against that, and particularly Floyd Shivambu, who again, Jacob Zuma handpicked and convinced to come from the economic freedom fighters to MK, gave this very significant position of Secretary General and tasked with building the entire party. So we'll see. But as I started this video with, it's part of a greater shambolic kind of rudderlessness that the MK party has been in basically since election day or the day after election day, because all the stories have been negative. All of the suggestions about what's going on have been dysfunctional. And so many people online are now saying they can't believe that they gave these guys their votes. It's just a shambolic organization that is doing very little effective to grow its supporter base, make changes in the country, stand up against the ANC and the GNU, which MK has said is like their whole point of being. Like the fact that they haven't said anything about Trump, whereas they were pirouetting for him just a few weeks ago. It all feels like, who is at the wheel? What is going on here? Why are there not good performances in the by-elections? Why is there not the fleshing out of structures? And how could this Duduzile moment be allowed to happen at all? So, with which, what I will remind you is the third largest party in South Africa by vote share from the last election with millions of votes. What happens next? How much lower can it sink? We're gonna have to wait to see and find out. Thank you for watching. She just apologized. During our taping, she apologized. Okay, well, she did apologize to her dad, Jacob Zuma, and to the Umkhonto we Sizwe party leadership for the profanity used in my recent posts on X. But she did not apologize to Floyd Shivambu, which was literally the first thing in the directive from the MK party that she had to do. In fact, throughout this entire statement, she apologized again to her dad and to the broad MK party and to like basically everyone. And she said that while she has strong views and disagreements about what the Secretary General, not Floyd Shivambu, not by name, she should have expressed those views in a disciplined manner through internal party processes or whatever. But she did not apologize to Floyd Shivambu. So now we have to wait and see, because she's going to get these disciplinary processes, these internal disciplinary proceedings anyway. And she literally did not do the first thing that she was told to do in the directive. That list of people she was supposed to apologize to, the main one was the Secretary General, and Duduzile has not done that. So now the time of this taping is 7 minutes to 4 on Tuesday afternoon. Who knows what's going to happen next?